Welcome, folks. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Reed is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And for the Lakers, they've got Dorian Finney-Smith. Luka Doncic out there with James. Then it's Jackson Hayes. And it's Hachimura in at the small forward position. And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. For 3, Edwards. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
LeBron with a screen on Edwards. LeBron outside. And there's a foul called on Naz Reid. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's DiVincenzo. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
And so DiVincenzo nails both of them. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Randle. And they're on the break. And finished off by McDaniel.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randle with the right choice there, finding the open man.
LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. 3-pointer. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. He should have a good one.
McDaniels a screen on Doncic. Edwards kicks to McDaniel. Edwards passes to Randle. Just 5 to shoot. Count it. Good.
Great feed. Edwards has such a complete game. He's much more than just a scorer.
Screen by James. Here's Doncic. Pass to LeBron. 13 feet away. Minnesota with the rebound. Outside Edwards. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
And Edwards makes so many winning plays, including finding his open team.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
Minnesota leading by 3. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Here is Edwards. Pocket 6. The tray.
Capable of guarding any position. LeBron is also skilled at just contesting shots.
Drops in the tray. LeBron's got his second basket of the night.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
DiVincenzo against Doncic. DiVincenzo with it. 5 points in the game. Doncic with the steal. Here he goes. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
30 seconds left to play here in the first. Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious. Two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Finney-Smith. Randall with the block. And he recovers it. LeBron is screen on Edwards. Doncic fires from way outside. Tie game in Los Angeles. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
You've got Rui Hachimura. James is out there with Doncic. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Hayes in at the 5 down low. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. No good on the triple. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run. And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Doncic outside. Pass to LeBron. Doncic with a screen for LeBron. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's DiVincenzo. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Ooh, a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's DiVincenzo after the basket by the Lakers. Out to Edwards. Takes a 3. Here's Randall. Tries again. And then Randall slams it in.
Relentless on the backboard. Randall, a fantastic rebounder, and that time it directly leads to points.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Here's Finney-Smith. Edwards defending. James a screen on Edwards. Into the lane. They grab their own miss. It's stolen by Edwards. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Impressive work inside from Doncic.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Randall outside. Fires the three. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him. Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Now after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Doncic. It's stolen by Hachimura. And here's the break. James on the... Oh, LeBron does it again!
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is. Rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
It's Randall with the drive. And Randall throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. LeBron, no good. Timberwolves leading by 5. Edwards, what a sweet jam by Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Here's Hachimura. James kicks to Hayes. Back to LeBron. Three-pointer. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Randall surveying the D. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. With 1 on the clock. Oh, he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. We've got second-half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
On the court for Minnesota, Clark is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Garza in at the 4. Len sets a screen for Reeves. No good on the 3. Timberwolves leading by 4. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. And there's the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They stand the last few decades. We've seen the 3 become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
Yep, that one goes. Lakers trail by 3. Here's Reeves. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Len.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Alexander Walker passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And the slam, if Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish it.
You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 3-point game. Vincent misses. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. The shot's good from Alexander Walker. LA has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. And it's off from 3-point range.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Bynum. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Out to the right wing. Clark with a wide-open look. Cans it from downtown. Clark's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Now, here's Clark. He's guarded closely. Mr. Gobert. Len grabs the board. Lakers trail by 6. Reeves outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim. One-on-one fast break. Here's Gobert. That one drops for him. Gobert's got 6 in the quarter.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
And here's Reeves outside. Minnesota leading by 8. Clark for 3. No good. Lakers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Reeves outside. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Reeves. Banked in off the glass. Reeves has got 7 points in the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. You love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break.
Okay, fans.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Lakers trail by 8. Doncic out there with James. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then there's Hayes. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th rebound in this one. LeBron a screen on Edwards. Doncic finds Finney Smith. Shoots the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Randall passes to Reed. And here's Edwards. He takes it in. Doncic grabs the miss. Doncic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Doncic, no good. Timberwolves leading by 4. Pass to DiVincenzo. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Doncic against Edwards. Now, here's Doncic. He right on him. From range, LeBron is good.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the 3-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Here's DiVincenzo. Takes it off the glass. DiVincenzo's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
LeBron is screen on Edwards. Doncic finds Hachimura. Back to Doncic. Pass to LeBron. Just 3 to shoot. LeBron with a screen on Edwards. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on LeBron James.
Edwards brings so much power to his game inside.
Shooting for Minnesota.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Randall kicks to McDaniel. Edwards looking it over.
2 minutes.
And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Doncic outside. 1:43 left here in the 4th quarter. A shot's good from Hayes.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
Edwards inside. James defending. Now here's DiVincenzo. Outside for Randall. Over Finney Smith. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Doncic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. 1:07 left in the 4th quarter. Hayes dishes to LeBron. Pass to Hachimura. Offensive rebound. Back to LeBron. Lakers working the ball around now. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Randall.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure? Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Fast break. Here we go. Jumps up.
And this is who James is, a guy who's always looking to pass it and involve his team.
Outside Edwards. And Randall will screen on LeBron. Edwards drives in. And nothing is falling for him right now. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and pushing this.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he is unable to get the second one. Right side, Edwards. Randall with a screen for Edwards. Right between the eyes.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Shot from the inbound. Yes!
Yeah, you love to see a quick bucket off the inbound. Well done.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what are their best options now?
And they have just enough time for a catch and shoot here. It has to be an immediate shot, though. That's their only hope.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. All right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Twist in.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the deal with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
Indiana's starting group. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, they've got Rui Hachimura. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Hayes. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's James in at the shooting guard position. And the focus of both of these teams, offense. Doris, it's about putting points on the board in bunches.
BA, it seems to be a league-wide trend in many respects. There's so much conversation about how skilled these players are, the range shooting that you've got to deal with defensively. I think we've got to redefine the definition of good defense because these guys are so good.
Mathurin with the ball. Now Doncic defending. Mathurin passes to Turner. Now Halliburton. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. Now the Lakers moving it up. It's James on the wing. Finney-Smith a screen. Walker against James. Here's Hayes. Pass to Finney-Smith. Counted from distance.
Yeah, this is the kind of shot that the team relies on Finney-Smith to make. You get a look, you've got to be willing to knock it down.
Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. Nifty move. And Siakam with the slam.
Well, Pascal Siakam has the ability to play on the inside and score with that length.
Doncic outside. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
A nice shot by Halliburton.
Yeah, this is his game, right? Halliburton wants you to forget how deadly he is from three-point territory. Look out.
James passes to Hayes. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball.
Pacers ball.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, BA, got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game.
Lakers trail by 5. Doncic, a screen on Walker. Doncic outside. No good with the triple. Indiana's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Siakam, the pass to Halliburton. Siakam, the screen. On the wing, Mathurin. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Siakam. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Lakers.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Boy, the extraordinary playmaking instincts of Luka Doncic on display right there.
Halliburton against James. Pass to Turner. From the arc. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Turner's got 6.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And there's James from the arc. Connects from downtown.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
James with the block.
He could not get that one over LeBron James. Just perfect position, great strength, and send it back, Mr. James.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Doncic against Mathurin. Doncic outside. Pass to Hayes. Hey, puts up a 3. Here's the second effort. Kicks it to Doncic. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter here. And Doncic with the jam.
I'll tell you, some people question the athleticism of Luka Doncic, but boy, he loves to dunk on occasion and let you hear about it.
Now here's Halliburton. And again, it's Indiana with a three.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Hayes with a screen on Walker. Here's James. Up again. Here's Hayes. Kicks it to Doncic. Hayes with a screen on Matherin. Doncic passes to Hayes. The shot is good. Doncic making the play.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Here's Matherin. Second shot opportunity. And it's...
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And, of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
And that concludes a back and forth. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pacers?
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Halliburton runs point with Matherin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the three.
He's got that guard quickness. Matherin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
The definition of a stretch five, Doris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a three.
It's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range, and then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Halliburton looking for an opening. Pass to Turner. To the paint. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. LeBron with the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Three-pointer, Halliburton. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And here's Doncic outside. Fires in the triple. Doncic has got 9 points.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
James with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. James against Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. The shot by James, no good.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Here's Siakam. Back to Turner. Outside for Halliburton. Turner, a screen on Hayes. Pass to Matherin. Turner with it. And then Turner with the dunk.
How about that? He's 7 feet tall, and Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
Out to James. From downtown. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Siakam outside for three, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Boy, Pascal Siakam with the big-time answer from 3. Nice.
James, a screen on Matherin. Here's Doncic. Luka proving he can score from anywhere.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul.
He didn't have his feet planted.
First team foul.
1:11 left in the first half of this game. Here's Halliburton.
A really terrific job from LeBron to keep his hands up, his feet moving, gets the challenge on that shot.
Denny Smith, a screen. Siakam against James. 6 to shoot. Oh, he just jams it right over Miles Turner.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Matherin against Doncic. Back to Turner. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Here's Halliburton to the left wing. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Here's Luka, and Doncic with the jam.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Here's Halliburton. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very... Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Jared Vanderbilt out there with Alex Len. Then it's Connect. Then it's Gabe Vincent. And it's Reeves in at the 1. That's the Laker 5. Well, Dalton Connect had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, BA, he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscles. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing.
Bryant outside, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Los Angeles ball.
And here's Reeves. Fires for 3. They get it back. Vincent left side. 4 on the clock. Tries again. And the shot goes in. And now a 9-point Laker lead. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Top and a screen on Reeves. Stolen by Vanderbilt. And here we go. Lakers running again. Lets the 3 fly. Shot is good by Reeves. Reeves has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Pacers trail by 12. Bryant, a screen on Reeves. Here's Shepard. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Down low. Here's Len. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Oh, that one fires up his teammates. Len's passion leads to the monster dunk.
Toppin, a screen on Reeves. Over to the left wing. Toppin goes in. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. And here's Reeves outside. Pacers with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Shepard. Toppin outside. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
Lynn can't hit. Pacers trail by 7. Here's Shepard. 5 points in the game. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Toppin, a screen on Reeves. And it's Shepard missing. The Lakers lead by 7. And it's Vincent off the drive. And a missed layup.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Outside Reeves. Here's Lynn. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, just terrific instincts right there from Alex Len on the offensive glass. Really impressive.
Here's Shepard. Toppin left side. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Boy, the explosiveness of Obi Toppin can really shock the defense. This guy gets excellent airspace.
Outside Reeves. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. Vincent can't hit. Pacers trail by 4. Here's Shepard. He's covered by Vincent. Toppin outside. Pass to Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. The Lakers. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And Indiana looking at who they've got. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton runs point with Matherin flanking him. And it's Walker in at the 3. Pass to Turner to take the lead. And then Turner with the dunk.
Boy, it's really special watching Miles Turner put it all together on the offensive end. He's doing work right now.
Hachimura finds James. Hayes with a screen on Walker. And there's James from the arc. There, LeBron for 3. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Pass to Turner. Launches it. Second chance shot. The kick out to Walker. Halliburton against Doncic. Siakam, the pass to Walker. Now here's Turner. He's covered closely. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now here's Doncic. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in.
Boy, yet another night for Luka Doncic. This guy is forcing everyone to play at his pace right now.
Outside Matherin. To the wing, right side. Turner against Hayes. And there's the foul. It's on Jackson Hayes. That's his first foul.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
First team foul.
On the wing, Matherin. Guarded by Doncic. They get it again! The Lakers lead by 3. There's the strength of the king!
You call this a groove, folks, offensively. When shots are falling, you're getting to your spots. LeBron James right now on his personal playground.
And it's Matherin missing.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Here's James. It's kept alive. Walker against Doncic. Shot clock at 6. James outside. Hachimura from long range. Walker pulls down the board.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Pass to Turner to halt the run. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James has got 4 rebounds in the game. Hayes misses. Pacers trail by 5. For 3, Matherin. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton.
This is what the team likes about Matherin. He's calm and cool when they need him to step up.
Hayes with a screen on Walker. James against Walker. James passes to Hayes. They've got numbers. Inside. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Turner to take the lead. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
Miles Turner comes up big in such a big-time moment. All right, Miles, we see you.
LeBron with a...
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs.
Matherin finds Siakam. Another 3 for Indiana.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Hayes with a screen on Walker. Here's the 3. The rebound by Turner. The Pacers have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Halliburton with the ball. Hayes picks him up. He connects!
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
James passes to Hayes. He can't get that one to fall. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner. And here are the Pacers now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And it's Matherin missing. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And here's Doncic outside. And it's in. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
LeBron James. That's his second personal.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
Shooting for Indiana.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Couldn't have asked for anything better there. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Kenny Smith, a screen. The 3. He's off from 3. Another shot. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Pacers who come out on... All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris...
tough to wear down either team in this matchup because of their depth.
And Kevin, you've got to give both front offices a ton of credit. I mean, you've got to find guys and try to be economical about it, and they need to be able to play important minutes for you. It's a little more art than science, and kudos to both of these front offices.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. Now here's Edwards outside for Randall. And he drives in. Walker with some nice D.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And a wide open look for Mathurin. Good on the 3-point shot.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Randall a screen on Walker. And here's Edwards from the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Walker. Siakam sets a screen for Halliburton. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Funky finish by DiVincenzo there, using the floater as a way to neutralize the shot blocker.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so just over a minute and a half played. Bangs home the trifecta.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Off target with his 3. Pacers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Here's Turner. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Here's Reed, and Reed throws it down.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Left side, Turner. Siakam outside. Outside for Halliburton. Here's Walker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. These Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Oh, here's Edwards. He has 5. Here's Mathurin. Walker in the corner. Up top, Mathurin. He's defended by Randall. The kick out to Walker. 5 on the clock. Mathurin finds Turner. Shoots over McDaniel. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Randall against Walker. A 3 ball. Randall no good. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. 3-point lead. Walker at the elbow. Outside for Halliburton. Siakam sets a screen for Halliburton. Siakam against McDaniel. Siakam passes to Turner. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. DiVincenzo against Halliburton. Edwards looking it over. Outside for Randall. 6 to shoot. And the call will be against Julius Randall. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Now, here is Halliburton. Still scoreless. 11 seconds left here in the first quarter. Turner for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Edwards inside. No good on that one. And so it's Indiana with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
On the court for Indiana, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. Reed finds Randall. Edwards with it. Randall passes to Edwards. DiVincenzo with the screen on Walker. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Turner passes to Halliburton. Back to Turner. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there. If he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, then he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Here's Turner following the 3 by Minnesota. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Confident in the paint, Turner knows he can cash in from this area.
Edwards against Walker. Edwards inside. Rejected by Walker. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Outside for Randall. Clock at 4. And Randall throws it down.
You know, once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randall throwing it down.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Outside Mathurin. This one for 3. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
For 3, Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Now, here's McDaniels. Outside Edwards. It's rebounded by Indiana. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
What a motor. Mathurin can go all night, and he has. What a performance.
55 seconds left here in the second. And here's Edwards from the arc. Edwards with another miss.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Halliburton kicks to Turner. Halliburton looking around. Back to Siakam. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Hey, we use the term explosive a lot, but Edwards, this guy is explosive times 3.
Turner with a screen for Halliburton. Out to Turner. Back to Halliburton. The shot from the low post is good. Halliburton's got 4 this quarter.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
And here's Reed. Shoots from the elbow. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Indiana in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Nice game. Great performance by Benedict Mathurin.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Clark is out there with Miller. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Alexander Walker. To the right side. From outside the arc. No good from Clark.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Now, here's Toppin, defended by Alexander Walker. Count that one from Toppin. Toppin's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Pacers. Mark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers, and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
Shepard, that's good.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Alexander Walker. Hasn't made one yet. Plays it up and banks it in.
And it's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now, here's Toppin. Toppin sets a screen for Shepard. It's deflected. Stolen by Conley. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Toppin with the steal. And here we go. All going up court. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Now, here's Toppin. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Here's Shepard, defended by Alexander Walker. Fast break, Minnesota. Minnesota again turning it over.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass, just sailed it right out of bounds.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Indiana leading by 12. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Nemhard's shot is good. Nemhard's got his first 2 points of the night.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Nemhard with it, defended by Alexander Walker. And that one is stuffed right through.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking it in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Toppin.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert comes in for Reed. And it's Joe Ingles in for Julius Randle. To the paint. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Alexander Walker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation. Nickeil Alexander Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
Now, here's Neesmith. Nothing on the board.
Timberwolves foul. Shannon. First personal foul. Second team foul.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. Nemhard, the pass to Bryant. Shot clock at 6. Over Gobert.
Not many ways to avoid Gobert when he's on you. I mean, that's what makes him so tough.
To the inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I'll tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
The shot's good from Bryant.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the small forward position.
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
Right side Turner. Back to Halliburton. Outside Mathurin. That's good. And it's Halliburton with the assist. 15 points here for Benedict Mathurin. Outside Edwards. Reed with a screen on Walker. Here's Edwards. The Pacers pull it in. Siakam's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves trail by 13. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. 3-pointer, Randall. It's rebounded by Indiana. Halliburton on the wing. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
The size and quickness of Mathurin is a deadly combination.
Good. Here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
High energy throw down that time by Halliburton. Not wasting any time or motion.
Edwards passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. 3-pointer, Randall. The rebound by Turner. Pacers leading by 15. Out to the wing. Down low. And stolen by DiVincenzo. To the middle.
Edwards has such good feel. Knows when to get his own or move the ball.
Indiana's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Halliburton against McDaniel. Here's Turner. Siakam outside. Clock at 6. Walker surveying the floor. Softly drops in the floater. And the Pacers lead by 15.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Floats it up for Randall. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Just another way Randall can beat you. Good hands for the catch and finish at the rim.
And a wide open look for Siakam. Off target from 3-point range. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. DiVincenzo against Walker. Randall outside for the 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Pacers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Benedict Mathurin.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Second personal foul. First team foul. In for the Wolves, number 55, Luka.
Halliburton on the wing. McDaniel's defending. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And he's good on the 3-ball.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Outside for Randall. Here's Siakam. Off on that one. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the music. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
Richard, what? Expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jackson Hayes. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then there's James. And it's Hachimura in at the small forward position. James passes to Doncic.
Oh, my
Hey,
goodness.
how about that?
Whoa. Not known for showing off. Doncic with the highlight reel jam. Did I say that? Wow.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in for DiVincenzo. And it's Alexander Walker penetrating. Here's Edwards. And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Ooh, got that one up quick.
Look, when LeBron James is hitting his three from that spot, look, this offense completely opens up.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Goes back up. James with the block.
And Brown with the block. Look, the shooters are working hard, but he is all over them.
Randall, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for Alexander Walker. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
And I asked about LeBron James and how his team plans to stop him. He said, I told our guys that we can't give him any lanes to the rim, because when that happens, everything else in his game opens up. We need to plug every avenue to the basket. Guys, let's see if they're able to execute this strategy.
Thanks for that, Allie. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Now here's Edwards. Slams it in.
Can you say terrific athlete? Edwards just enjoys getting deep positioning and rising up for the slam.
Doncic outside. The layup off target. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Edwards against James. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And it's good. 2 points. James has got 5 points.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
Randall outside. Pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 5. And it's Randall with the jam.
Yeah, great teamwork. Randall has a terrific connection with his teammates. Love when he goes after those alley-oops.
James, a screen on Edwards. Doncic with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. The 3, James. Offensive rebound. Out to Hachimura. Back to James. 3-pointer. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Edwards. And another basket for Minnesota.
Well, Edwards can be so accurate, making shots look easy at times.
Screen by James. Here's Doncic. And And he converts the layup. He's got 7.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Lakers. 55 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. James, a screen on Edwards. From deep, here's Doncic. James passes to Hachimura. Finney-Smith up top. Screen by James. 6 to shoot. Nice shot by Finney-Smith.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And it's Edwards with the ball for the T-Wolves. They trail by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Shot is up. Again, the Timberwolves score.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
James, a screen on Edwards. Throws it up high. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Lakers. That has been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Lakers, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. They've got Rui Hachimura. James is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Hayes in at the center, locking down the middle. Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
Great time by Gobert. Scans the floor well to find his teammates.
You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success. And anything short of that is a failure.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams.
Wow! LeBron making some noise.
He's just a bad man when he starts to drive. Once he gets that shoulder by the defender, well, it's over.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
Well, I've also really loved...
Okay, knockout!
Oh, my. Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
James, a screen on Edwards. It's James on the wing. James with the focus.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Randall outside. They set the pick. Pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
You're best to get out of Gobert's way. You don't want to be on the wrong end of that tug.
James, a screen on Edwards. Here's James. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Edwards for 3. Oh, Edwards, money on the triple. Richard, you played for great teams and rebuilding teams. How different is the atmosphere between those types of organizations?
The expectation to win from everyone, top to bottom, that's what stands out to me. Everyone takes their role seriously and professionally.
Gobert with a screen on James. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. It doesn't go for him.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
The three, James. James from distance. Easy work.
If you're the defender, what do you do there? How do you really play LeBron in the pick and roll?
Takes a three. Edwards can't hit.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Hayes with a screen on Edwards. James passes to Hayes. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
The kick out to Edwards. Drills it from deep. Edwards got 18 points in the game.
And this is how confident Edwards is. Feels like he can sink these shots whenever he wants.
Let's go with a three. Drains the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And Edwards slams it in.
And certain nights, Edwards just goes off. Very tough to stop when he's in the zone.
James deciding where to go with it. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 4. And here they come. And Edwards slams it in.
You can't lose sight of where Edwards is in transition. He can be so explosive in these situations.
The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Doncic left side. Doncic throwing his weight around.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Now here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Doncic. Pass to Minot. Clark outside. 4 on the clock. Over James. The offensive rebound. Here's Minot. Puts up a 3. Finney-Smith pulls it in. Here's Hachimura. It's good. And it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Lakers. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's Garza in at the 4 spot. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Pass to Reed. And rejected. And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession. Clock is at 3. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Vincent outside. Clark against Reeves.
Minnesota foul. Garza. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Reeves. To the inside. Lenz. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
The Lakers lead by 6, and as defenses have adjusted to Austin Reeves scoring, Richard, he's countered with the pass.
Austin Reeves doesn't get enough credit for how good his handle is, how much it's improved. It's allowed for him to score, get into different places, and make these passes.
And he lays it up and in.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Len. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Len's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Knocked away. Pass to Clark. Sinks that one from the post.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Outside Reeves. To the paint. Here's Lynn. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. High post Clark. Outside, Alexander Walker. Three-pointer. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Now here's Reeves. He's guarded closely. Takes the three. Sinks the tray. And the Lakers lead by 7.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Clark. And it's in there. Clark's got 6.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
There's a screen by Lynn. From deep, Reeves. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Minot. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter. And that was good.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Outside Reeves. Inside. Here's Lynn. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Len's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Down low. And the basket by Clark.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
From deep, Reeves hits the three-pointer. He has 6.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Here's Alexander Walker, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Reeves. Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to Vincent. There's the 3. Rebound Minnesota. Reed's got 5 rebounds tonight. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside, Alexander Walker. Up top, Reed for the tie. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. It's a one-on-one situation. Now here's Reeves. Vincent outside. It'll count. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this one.
Oh, wow! I didn't see that coming.
And just an agile move by Edwards inside, allowing him to beat the contact.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Edwards against James. Now Edwards. Six on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Inside. Gobert puts it in.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
Hayes with a screen on McDaniels. James passes to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
It's tipped. From 10 feet away. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Now it's a 3-point Laker lead. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers?
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well. And
oh, wow! Set him up and let LeBron finish.
Now, look, a coach is going to trust LeBron James to just put up monster numbers because that's who he is. But it is nice to see him get into a nice groove like this.
LeBron, attack mode, and slam dunk by James.
For such a big dude, all he needs is just a little bit of daylight, and LeBron is going to be hanging on that rim.
Rejected by James. Hayes against Gobert. James outside. Takes it inside, and slam dunk by James.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Wow, Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
James against McDaniels. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to DiVincenzo. Knocks down the triple.
A nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
McDaniels against James. Nice work inside from James.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops it. Just let it roll.
Kept alive. Gobert. Edwards against James. McDaniels up top. 4-3. Finney-Smith pulls it in. Finney-Smith's got 4 rebounds now. Edwards against James. Hayes with a screen on Edwards. James passes to Hayes.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Wow. Edwards almost makes it look effortless, like the whole team wasn't holding their breath right there.
James outside. Hayes with a screen. James against McDaniels. James passes to Hayes. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Edwards with it. Now, oh! Edwards with the highlight reel jam.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the paint. Hayes, the pass to James. Hayes with a screen on McDaniels. Here's James. That one a little long. Edwards looking for an opening. Oh, he goes right over LeBron and slams it down.
That'll be a move to remember.
Wow. Yeah, great creativity in the air. And we've got a timeout call by J.J. Redick. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
And this is what it's all about. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to...
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson...
starts to... Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Luka Doncic. He's out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's James. And it's Hachimura in at the small forward. And for Indiana, Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
LeBron James just reads the floor so well. If a lane opens, he will exploit it and get to the cup off the drive.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Doncic against Mathurin. Jacks up a 3. Doncic, no good. Now, here's Mathurin, the fast break chance. And a wide open look for Walker. No good with the triple. Here are the Lakers with the ball. It's a 3-point game. And it's Doncic missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
He was all alone on that one.
Well, you love the confidence from Pascal Siakam. Ready on the catch, rise and fire. Nicely done.
Here's Doncic. Here's LeBron. Takes it inside. And James throws it down hard.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Halliburton passes to Turner. Now Mathurin. Out to Turner. 4 on the clock. And Indiana, another 3.
I'll tell you, for a big man with his length, Miles Turner shoots it well from deep. This guy outstanding at spacing the floor.
Doncic passes to Hachimura. It's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Halliburton. Rui Hachimura picking up that last basket.
Well, you have to understand how to score when you're in the paint and you are 6'5". Tyrese Halliburton, he knows the way.
And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He is so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
And so it's Indiana with it after LeBron James's miss. And Turner kicks to Siakam. Indiana moving it around. Siakam, a screen on Doncic. Mathurin passes to Siakam. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Lakers trail by 7. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. And James throws it down.
LeBron James leaves no doubt about that one. Punches it home as soon as he gets the opportunity.
Here's Halliburton. Out to Turner. Siakam sets a screen for Turner to the left side wing. There's the pick. Beyond the arc. Siakam's shot is off.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Hayes with it. Halliburton picks him up. Hayes the pass to Hachimura. A three-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Siakam, that's good.
The pull-up jumper, an important part of Siakam's game. All right, Pascal, we see you.
Now here's LeBron. He has 6. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. James has got 9.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Mathurin against Doncic. Outside for Halliburton. Siakam, a screen on James. And it's Halliburton missing. Good if it goes. No good there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Indiana out in front, up by 5. Live from Cambridge. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. LeBron kicks to Finney-Smith. James a screen on Walker. Kicks it out to James. There's the 3. The offensive rebound. From deep. From range, LeBron is good.
You call this a groove, folks, offensively. When shots are falling, you're getting to your spots. LeBron James right now on his personal playground.
Mathurin against Doncic. On the wing, Mathurin. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Lakers trail by 3. Doncic, no good. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning is right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pass to Hachimura. James sets the screen for Hachimura. It's rebounded by Indiana. Out to Turner. Back to Mathurin. Here's Turner. Shoots from the corner. Indiana again missing.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Here's Hayes. Pass to James. Finney-Smith with it. And it's all evened up. Finney-Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Now Dorian Finney-Smith increasingly efficient offensively. Good feel for when to rise and fire.
Turner with a screen on Doncic.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Out to Turner. Pass to Walker. Back to Turner. Over Hayes. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic. Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
The Lakers trail. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And stolen by Siakam. 51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And the layup falls. Siakam's got 8.
Well, this to me is where he can be a force. Siakam, a 3-level scorer in the painted area, very dangerous.
Mathurin against Doncic. James sets the screen for Doncic. The kick out to LeBron. James absorbing hits on the drive.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Here's Mathurin, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. The 3 from LeBron looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Oh, textbook pick and roll there. James doing a great job breaking down the defense.
Here's Mathurin. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Alex Len. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Connect in at the 3. Bryant, a screen on Reeves. In the corner, it's Toppin. Pass to Shepard. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Pacers lead by 3. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Tapping a screen on Reeves. Going inside. Now, here's Toppin. He has yet to score. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen by Toppin. There's the lob to the hoop. An emphatic LU jam.
The chemistry Toppin has with his teammates. Just get up over the rim and finish it with authority, Obi.
And here's Reeves outside. It's not going to go for him. Pacers leading by 3. It's Nembhard on the wing. There's a screen by Toppin. Nembhard's shot is good.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Reeves, that's a 2-pointer. Bryant with the rebound. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the hand. Here's Nembhard. Toppin passes to Nesmith. Back to Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
Well, the vertical of Obi Toppin on display rises up with ease.
And Doris, when you look at Aaron Nesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin. And what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his game. My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
Reeves outside. Great communication on the alley-oop.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they'd love to run. Bryant with a screen on Reeves. And Finished off by Shepard.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Reeves. The Pacers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Shepard. He's defended by Reeves. The 3. Good work defensively by Reeves. Lakers trail by 7. Now connect. No scoring in this one. Reeves outside. Lakers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
First team foul. Shooting
free throw good. Reeves.
Austin Reeves. 2 shots.
And Reeves drops them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Toppin sets a screen for Shepard. Kicks it out to Bryant. Pass to Shepard. Indiana moving the ball around. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Vanderbilt the pass to Vincent. Reeves outside. Driving inside. Here's Len. Nice D from Bryant.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
Pass to Shepard. Toppin sets a screen for Shepard. That will count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pacers. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. James in the post, guarded by Walker. No good with the layup. Pacers leading by 5. Outside Mathurin. There's the triple. And Walker gets it to go on the assist for Mathurin. Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. LeBron outside. LeBron with the response from 3-point range.
There's the competitive fire of LeBron, getting those 3 points right back. Always quick with an answer.
Outside Mathurin. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Siakam. The 3. And Indiana, another 3.
Boy, Pascal Siakam with the big-time answer from 3. Nice.
Doncic finds James. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And shot on the way. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. At the top of the key, Halliburton. Siakam sets a screen for Halliburton. Drops in the layup for 2. Halliburton's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pacers.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And here's LeBron outside. Another miss by LeBron. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Pacers. And Turner throws it down.
How about that? He's 7 feet tall. And Miles Turner, because of that ability to move in any direction at any moment, is a big-time problem inside.
James looking it over. Hayes. And Hayes throws it down.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Outside Mathurin, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
And James throws it down hard.
Listen, we all know Luka Doncic can score, but equally impressive to me is his playmaking ability.
Outside Mathurin connects from three-point range. And the Pacers lead by 12.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Turner with a screen on Doncic. Outside Turner. Pass to Halliburton. Turner with a screen for Halliburton. And Indiana, another three.
Halliburton loves answering a challenge. A three made on one end means it's time for him to come back and answer.
James against Walker. Outside, James. James jackhammers it down.
Just great instincts. He knows what to do when he gets near the rim. Love to watch this guy work.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Pacers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Pascal Siakam.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Turner with a screen on Hachimura.
I like watching Hachimura use his length on the defensive end. It helps him to alter shots.
Mathurin. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
At the line for two.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Hayes. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Now, here's Mathurin, the fast break chance. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And a deep three from James. Poked away. Halliburton for three. It's off. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes
time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
efforts in this one, Stan, cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1.
Hey, good luck stopping Edwards when he puts his head down and attacks the basket.
Halliburton against McDaniels. Pass to Matherin from deep. McDaniels with the rebound.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
The shot's good.
Well, defensively, all eyes are on Edwards, and that creates opportunities for others.
Halliburton with the ball, and it's Gobert picking him up. Outside Walker. Fires from deep. On target from range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Now here's Matherin. Pass to Siakam. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
From a long swing player, Siakam uses that 6'9" length down low.
Picked by Gobert. Here's Edwards. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here's Turner. Back to Halliburton. The 3-ball. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie.
The defense better watch Turner more closely because he can strike that fast. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The ball's knocked loose. Halliburton against DiVincenzo. Pass to Turner from deep. Gets the 3 to fall. Turner's got his second bucket on the night.
And look at the vision from Halliburton. Love seeing ball movement like this.
Edwards for 3. Nails it from 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Halliburton finds Turner. Turner, a screen on Randle. Siakam for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. 1:41 left in the first. Edwards with it. Halliburton picks him up. Edwards, here we go.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Halliburton against McDaniels. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Five to shoot. Outside Walker. 4-3. Good D by Gobert. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. Out to DiVincenzo. Edwards against Walker. Now here's Edwards, guarded closely. Walker pulls down the board.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Pass to Turner. Now here's Walker. Turner, a screen on Edwards. Walker passes to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Too easy for Turner. The defense has to put up more of a fight around the rim.
Outside, DiVincenzo. The three-pointer off the mark. Halliburton on the wing. DiVincenzo covering. The kick out to Walker. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Anthony Edwards has been on this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Amp is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
DiVincenzo against Matherin.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
Edwards, the pass to DiVincenzo. And there's the screen. Back to Edwards. He shoots it. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Turner, a screen on McDaniels. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Outside for Halliburton. Triple! Tyrese Halliburton.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Outside Edwards. Oh, can't convert the two-handed jam.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with... Oh, Edwards with style and authority.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quickly.
Pass to Turner. Fires the 3. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Launches it. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got two young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wimby and Chet Holmgren.
Oh, merciless jam by Halliburton. He's got some serious hops.
Edwards looking for an opening. Edwards with a step. Rejected by Halliburton. Three-pointer Matherin. Randle pulls down the board. Minnesota leading by 5. Pass to McDaniels. And that one is hammered home.
Great feed. Edwards has such a complete game. He's much more than just a scorer.
And here's Turner. Here's Siakam. Halliburton outside. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Halliburton's got 8 points.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pacers trail by 4. Pass to Turner. Outside for Halliburton. Screen on DiVincenzo. Back to Turner. Beyond the arc. Outside Mathurin. Now Halliburton. Clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. He buries it from 3. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
No hesitation. Nice work by Walker, not overthinking it.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Pass to Turner. Outside for Halliburton. Back to Turner. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Minnesota. They're up by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
They've got Shepard, Toppin out there with Neesmith. Then there's Andrew Nembhard, and it's Bryant in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Rick Carlisle, getting going here in the second half. Neesmith, back to Toppin. Outside Neesmith. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And Minnesota making a change here.
For the lineup for the Timberwolves, number 00, Terrence Shannon.
The Timberwolves lead by 5. Left side, Alexander Walker. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line.
Personal foul.
It's going to be on Thomas Bryant. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Shannon. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. He drops it from range.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Here's Shepard. Toppin outside. Outside Neesmith. On the wing, Nembhard. Nails it from beyond the arc. Nembhard's got his first 3 points of the game.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Here he goes. Indiana with a rebound. Here's Shepard. He's scoreless. Here's Toppin. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. To the inside, Clark. The rebound by Nembhard.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
Swiped away. Here we go. Here's Shannon. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. There's a screen by Toppin. There's Neesmith with the 3. He can't get it to go. Minnesota leading by 8. Here's Clark. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Here's Shepard. Outside Neesmith. Down low. Shepard, that's good.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Outside, Alexander Walker.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Outside Reed. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter of the game. Excellent D there from Toppin. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. And now it's just a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Here's Alexander Walker. And a nice finish on the layup. Alexander Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Toppin outside. Inside. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Neesmith. And he makes it. Neesmith's got his first bucket in this one.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Toppin. Into the lane. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Here's Shannon. 5 points in the game. Nice D from Nimhard. Now here's Neesmith. Not a lot of room. Bryant outside. Pass to Shepard. Back to Toppin. It could go. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. And it's at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Steven Chenzo in at the point. Now here's Edwards.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
And both free throws good for Edwards.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton on the attack. Turner finds Siakam. Back to Turner. Halliburton with the ball. Turner, a screen on McDaniels. Pass to Turner. Now Walker, just 4 to shoot. Back to Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
And you really want more of this from Turner. We all know how dangerous he is once he finds his rhythm.
Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Outside Edwards. Oh, Edwards powers it home.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards, taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
Walker attacking. Mathurin against Edwards. Outside Mathurin. There's a screen by Turner. And it's Mathurin missing. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, man. man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Here's Siakam. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11. And Edwards, here we go. Taking it right down the lane. Edwards.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Halliburton looking over the floor. He takes it in. Turner inside. McDaniels covering. Turner, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter. And Edwards slams it in.
And they're putting together another quality possession. They're taking control of this game.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
Minute 32 left in the fourth.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Oh, Tyrese. That is how you complete a drive.
And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 14-4 run. The rebound by Tyrese Halliburton. And Halliburton has got the ball here for Indiana. They trail by 9. Three-pointer Mathurin. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Edwards for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Edwards got 42 in the game.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Timberwolves.
They really had things going. Their offense carried them tonight, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Anthony Edwards.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
I want Halliburton running my offense. Tyrese is a fantastic decision maker.
And here's Edwards outside. That one no good. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game.